Jesus wants to speak, so I'm going to speak with Jesus. Come divine will. Come reading my reading, thinking our thinking, breathe in our breathing, praying our praying. So today we come to a really beautiful, beautiful part of Louisa's first entry in volume 25. Please pay particular attention to this, because there are those who are currently teaching on the divine will who are telling us not to do certain devotions, and really they are out of order. It's crazy. This is from Louisa. This is the evening of October the 7th, 1928. Then the evening came of this day consecrated to the Queen of the Rosary, Queen of Victories and of Triumphs. And this is another beautiful sign that just as a sovereign lady conquered her Creator and bejeweling him with her chains of love, she drew him from heaven to earth to make him form the kingdom of redemption. So will the sweet and powerful beads of her rosary make her victorious and triumphant again before the divinity, conquering the kingdom of the divine fiat to make it come into the midst of creatures. So, folks, Our Lady, Louisa prophesies here that the rosary is going to make Our Lady victorious and triumphant again, conquering the kingdom of the divine fiat, bringing it into the midst of creatures. The rosary, praying the rosary in the divine will, is going to have a particular efficaciousness in this age. Now, I've pondered this for quite some time, quite a few years, the mystery of the rosary in the divine will. I'm wondering what role it has to play. And when I read this, I think within a few hours of arriving in this house and finding out when Louisa arrived here, and I went straight to this diary entry when I found out the date she moved here, and then I read that about the rosary, and I read it and read it and read it to take it to heart, pondered it deeply, I dug the well, and then I pondered the mystery of the rosary, the fact that in the late 19th century, just after Louisa was born, Pope Leo XII wrote 12 encyclicals on the Rosary. He wrote them every September, or they were published every September on the Feast of Our Lady's Nativity for 12 years. Every Pope of the 20th century was known as a Pope of the Rosary. And Pope John Paul II, shortly after the beginning of this millennium, the millennium of the Father, the millennium of the Divine Will, around 2003 or 2002 or 3, he published a document on the Rosary and gave us the new mysteries of light. Our Lady appearing at Fatima, promising us an era of peace, telling us to pray the Rosary for peace, and that we would conquer World War II if we prayed the Rosary. We didn't. Not enough people prayed the Rosary, not enough people took the messages to heart, and therefore World War II happened, but it could have been avoided if the Rosary had been prayed. So now once again we're coming to this beautiful time where we can bring the kingdom of the divine will into our midst through the praying of the rosary, not just the mindless recitation, praying the rosary, praying it with the heart. This is what Our Lady of Medjugorje says: pray with the heart. Now, if you don't know how to pray with the heart, there's a very simple thing. You ask for the gift. Blessed Mother, please help us all to pray with the heart, to pray the rosary from the heart, with the heart. Catechism section on prayer says prayer comes from the heart. It is from our heart to the heart of God. So we pray the rosary in the divine will. My sister-in-law compiled a book on praying the rosary in the divine will, and we're just currently working on making it a little bit more palatable, if you like. I don't know, just changing it around a bit so it becomes just changing it around a bit, making sure that all the references are in there that need to be in there, and so on. And then we can make it available either on PDF or hard copy to everybody. And that will give you a little, between each Hail Mary, there's a little I love you that goes with each decade. And I actually find it, when I'm doing that, I actually find it really helps me to concentrate more on the actual mystery as I'm placing my I love yous in different aspects of the mystery. So we'll try and make that available ASAP. We're in Karatu at the moment. When I get home, it's one of my primary tasks to sort out. And as always, you know, it won't be on yet, but I'll put a link on the video for people to actually contact me to get hold of a copy if they so desire. So praying the rosary in the divine will. This is going to be one of the key ways to bring the kingdom of the divine fiat into the midst of creatures. The time of the rosary is far from over, folks. There are more people praying the rosary in the world today, I believe, than at any other time in human history, because there are more people. There are more Catholics than at any time in human history. So we should pray it even more fervently now, especially the children of the divine will, because when you pray the rosary, God sees every person who ever existed praying the rosary. I'll do another video in a moment.